This is the 2024 Seattle Seahawks Fantasy Preview, brought to you by Fantasy Football Time at Fantasy FB Time on all social media platforms. Okay, Seahawks, welcome to 2024. We start off with Gino Smith, a surprising 17 fantasy points per game, putting him in a top 12 category of players last year. He played 15 games, on pace for 280 points, about 260 projected this year. I'd say that's a pretty good QB2 scenario, low-end QB1 world, but certainly not going to win your league with this in terms of being a league winner in and of itself, but certainly a reliable option with some good weapons. Kenneth Walker III. 12 fantasy points per game in 2023, not 2033. 15 games last year at 209 point pace. 176 projected. It feels a little low, but certainly that puts him in a solid high-end RB2, low-end RB1. DK Metcalf. Wide receiver, 12 fantasy points per game. I think everyone thinks DK is higher than this. He probably can be. But he played 16 games last year, about 200 fantasy points. That's a good wide receiver 2 slot for DK. Smith-Njigba, sorry if I mispronounced that, and Tyler Lockett. Both receivers are projected at 135 points each, as well as Charbonnet. I don't know if I pronounced that right either. 121 projected. So these are all flex / bench or TD dependent players. They could emerge if someone else gets injured. Certainly keep an eye on this roster, but I think the first couple players are the only ones that are draft worthy. They have the 4th worst offensive line. That's the bad news. But good news, 7th easiest schedule. Seahawks can have some pretty good success with an easier schedule. I think the top beneficiary of that are Walker and Metcalf. We'll see how the Seahawks do this year in 2024. Thanks so much for watching. Follow and subscribe at Fantasy FB Time. Happy drafting. God bless.